Hall, we are back with another update video regarding the return to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to report I have assigned my first Omicron to none other than the cornered beast himself, Wappa. We're bringing it back, baby. He gets the first Omni. It took about a month to farm up one, it feels like. So, yeah, excited to put that on there. Sort of went out to my community on this one and said, you know, guys, what makes the most sense for us? And for us, it's GAC and putting on a show. So, Wappa, give it up for Womps getting the first of the Omnis. Also looking at Qui-Gon Jinn and possibly Traya for future Omnis as we go through GAC and start bolstering the roster. Next up, I have a big shout out to Capital Games for adding the gifting feature into Galaxy of Heroes. This is actually pretty cool. We were in our workshop stream, ran a little short on crystals. Big shout out to Nem for sending me some crystals over. Luis for sending over the Jedi bundle pack. That's going to be awesome for Naboo raids, and also bringing up a bunch of Jedi that I had ignored for a long time and just been sitting on my roster. I think the top guy I had there was probably a Plo Koon at G12, but now my Plo is Relic 5. That's going to help bolster my Negotiator fleet as I start warming that up for Negotiator counter. So big shout out to those guys for contributing, and a big shout out to CG for that amazing new feature. Next up, we have a farming update, and guys, as I am recording this on Tuesday morning, I'm unlocking Lord Vader. Well, not unlocking him, but fulfilled all the requirements to start farming tickets to unlock him. Oh, man, it's a process. It's a process here, guys. But I am excited that I will be getting my second GL, hopefully, in the next few weeks here. I don't know how long that farming process takes, but hopefully within a few weeks, we'll be able to start gearing him and getting that guy up. So then I'll have 2 GLs on my roster. We've been tanking my GAC matchups. I started when I came back, the ranking system was totally new. I was in Kyber. We've brought that down through Erodium, and we're now starting to see, 1 to 2 GLs, which is sort of in my lane. So hopefully by the time we go live in November with GAC, we'll have reasonable matchups for my account. Also in farming news, I've got my Jolie and my GMY to Relic 2, I believe. So I think I'll put a couple more Relic levels on those guys. And I was able to succeed in winning against JMK with the Cat team. Haven't tried it against the Datacron yet, so I don't know how that's going to go, but I was able to get a win where I wasn't before. So that team is working, so big shout out to my community for helping me learn that counter and get the appropriate resources in place to make sure I can pull it off. Some minor updates for the stream. We've produced a new interlude, which you guys will see after this. It continues on with our lore. And then also, new intro is about 95% done. This one covers a large range of characters. So excited to roll that out. That's 3 new intros. Hope to debut for you guys in November. Very excited for that. As for game news this week, we saw more details around Ezra Bridger from the Ahsoka show. Not required for GL Ahsoka, which is interesting. I'm a big fan of abilities like Fracture and Isolate and things like that. So Exile looks super interesting to me. Love the nods they gave with this kit. They're really taking their time on this stuff, it feels like. And they really sort of bring in all the lore they can to build out these kits. So he's got nods to Kanan, nods to Purgle. That looks pretty cool, man. I'm like I said, I'm a huge fan of those abilities and excited to see this guy. It'll be a while before I'm able to get him, but you know what? Getting dialed back into the news updates, it's super exciting to see these new kits coming out. Guild update this week. We have launched our second guild. Big shout out to Takab Winoda, my alliance manager. It is the Bronzium Bandits coming in, and that's more of a starter level guild and more of a young player guild, but also guild of committed players. So if you're new to the game and looking for a fit like that, that may be the perfect opportunity to you to play alongside of people that have been around the game for years. And we would invite you to come on over the Discord. Even if you're just looking for a great community experience, I can't recommend my Discord enough. It's just got the best people, the best community, the best jokes, the best humor. And last but not least, this week on stream tonight, well, actually it started last night, but I am starting tonight. Star Wars Outlaws, KVS, the new Ubisoft game. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's new Star Wars. Get up in the hall tonight, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Come on over. We're going to start our playthrough of Star Wars Outlaws. It's going on the rest of the week. I've started a little bit later than everybody else, so you can come on in, play alongside of me. You guys are going to be ahead of me, and I am excited to experience this together. I'm told it's not bad. I'm told it's not knock your socks off great. I'm told, it's going to be just fine. So here's my thing with this, guys. I go into these games with two things, a low expectation and a love for Star Wars, and hopefully it can capitalize on that situation. So do come on down to the hall. We'll see you guys tonight. Wishing you all the best week possible, and we will see you all very soon. May the Force be with you. Support came far and wide and in overwhelming numbers. The reconstruction of the hall was now fully underway. Many nights I gazed upon the moons, dwelling in the past, the crushing sense of time lost. Was it all a long lesson in trust, or just the Force working to guide us all back here? My scouts were able to track down Cora, a fixture of the old guard in the hall. She's now managing some profitable halls in far-off Nar Shaddaa. I've pinged her on the HoloLens, but I haven't heard back.
He's a man with exotic taste.
We are interviewing some new talent for the Pleasure Pit. Ryloth and Sheely's greatest exports, straight off the shuttles. I'm confident hall patrons will find their charm quite intoxicating. Given the Pike's presence on Tatooine, we've also bolstered our security outfit, adding mods and equipping our new K2 FR-33 Enforcer droid with the latest components and upgrades, ensuring we're ready for a reopening. The hall is now set to begin broadcasting well beyond the Outer Rim for the first time in ages. With these new agreements, GAC will soon be holovized in the Mid-Rim and Core worlds. Lastly, the holotables are glowing and the spice is flowing. And man, it's crazy. I'm starting to feel like we're back.